I really would like to share with you today the great momentum and the success that has been achieved thanks to your efforts. Still today, the undergraduate education with our plus 7,000 students on campus is the core business of what we're doing. We knew it wouldn't be all plain sailing when we go out and went out to attract the best and the brightest students. But it was with this typical SMU can-do spirit that we achieved that spectacular intake number of around 1,950 students. We would need to constantly review our curriculum so that our students, of whom there are a few sitting there, can enjoy a distinctive, holistic undergraduate education experience. There were 3 new exciting second majors by the School of Social Sciences. First of all, we have the International and Asian Studies. Secondly, there is a major in Public Policy and Public Management. And then thirdly, we've sown the seeds for the Arts and Cultural Management. Our numbers for postgraduate students have increased from 379 last year to over 600 this year. That's a robust 60% growth. We have 18 master's and PhD programs. Several of our programs were born out of foresight of what the industry needs. And we launched them expeditiously to gain a critical first mover advantage. Last year, when I was in this room with you, I spoke of creating that stimulating and dynamic research culture that combines focused, disciplinary research. Let's not forget that that is very important in all the schools, but combines it what I have been calling multidisciplinary research, interdisciplinary and multidisciplinary research perspectives. Therefore, we talked last year about the creation of 3 very good peaks of excellence. The first one is the one around financial markets and institutions. Secondly, analytics for business, consumer, and social insight. And thirdly, we have invested in innovation and entrepreneurship. And all 3, at different ways, have gained some traction over the last 10 months, 12 months, under the leadership of our provost, Professor Rajendra Srivastava. I gave ourselves a challenge to become an Asian knowledge hub, a knowledge hub in Asia about Asia, for research centered on around the world of business and management. To illustrate how others actually look at our research, let me also give you a sense of how widely our SMU research publications have been referred to. Our library diligently keeps our SMU institutionary repository. And I've learned something that I found a staggering figure. That is that some 9,600 of our research publications have been accessed more than 87,000 times worldwide in a period of just 1.5 years. We have thus completed 28 case studies offering Asian insights and perspectives, including the case studies that we use for company training and executive development. And I'm told that our case studies were widely referred to, with some 235 case downloads through our SMU publishing, and purchases were made. In the last year, we made good progress in sealing several significant partnerships, namely India and China. We have actually made quite encompassing MOUs with the University of International Business and Economics in Beijing and Southwestern University of Finance and Economics in Chengdu. We've covered India quite well, and it's quite a big country to cover. But first of all, we have an agreement with the Indian Institute of Management in Bangalore and Indian Institute of Foreign Trade in Delhi. Alliances and working together, that's not only with universities. Our students, of whom, as I said, a number of them are sitting there, our student leaders, they are really our ambassadors, for they play a part in helping build our SMU reputation and internationalizing our brand. But one thing that I really would like to have is that we all work together to have greater impact. Impact occurs when we have the foresight and fill a gap even before it's identified by others. We actually need to emphasize that virtuous cycle that connects research, teaching, and practice. They're interconnected. Practice delivers questions. Research answers the questions. Good research will lead to better teaching. Teaching will challenge people to ask more difficult questions. In other words, practice, teaching, and research are interconnected, iterative, and feed one another to generate new knowledge and ideas. This knowledge contributes then to the holistic and relevant education and learning that we provide to our students at SMU. This year in July, MOE's International Academic Advisory Panel announced their support for plans to develop talent and research in social sciences and humanities. We are very well positioned as SMU to attract some of this national funding, for we have the talent and the expertise to address many of these areas, and we can play a significant role in contributing to Singapore's success. So to build that brand, to project ourselves, we will have to work together. We need a greater sense of community than we already have today. To enhance our operational strength, not only faculty development, also the management, we have to enhance our operations and our service orientation. There are 3 drivers of operations excellence. Many of you will already know this, but I have launched 3 initiatives that this year will be rolled out and implemented. When we become part of a global consortium with strong university partners, there is this potential for us to work on what I call often the reinventing of the university. A new education, new research and new exchange programs that has no geographical boundaries. But if we adopt that SMU wants something, SMU will do something attitude, there are really no obstacles and challenges that we cannot surmount. Let's shape our future together.